The junior high school singles at the 2019 Hakuho Cup went down to a battle between four very gifted, very powerful 15-year-olds. One of them was Taiki Tebakari of Kashiwa, younger brother of Koto Tebakari, and frankly the most exciting prospect of the lot. He's tall, muscular, flexible, aggressive, and a technical wizard. Another was Ko Yoshii of Yaizu, gold medalist in both individual and team events at junior high nationals last year, and using his 150 kilos of bulk to great effect in defense. A third was Riki Otsuji of Nishinomiya, runner-up to Ko Yoshii in the singles at nationals, and representing the same junior high as Taka Keisho once did. Completing the quartet was the colossal Tetsuya Ochiai of Kurayoshi. Hit him and likely just bounce off. The first semi-final saw Tebakari in inspired form against Yoshii, showcasing his entire set of skills, including dazzling improvisation at the end. His mother tells me he's 183 centimeters tall already. His bodybuilder father can't wait for next week's official enrollment ceremony at Saitama Sakae, home of the best high school sumo club in Japan. For the defeated Yoshii, it was his final match in singles schoolboy competition. The next time we'd see him, he would be fighting another 15-year-old, but as a professional representing Nakagawa stable in the actual Osaka tournament. So keen was Nakagawa Oyakata to sign him that he located the hospital at which Yoshii was having his tonsils removed last December and persuaded him right there. The boy himself says he wants to fight like Yoshikaze and reach Juryo by age 20. But even defeating his fellow debutants will be tough, as this explosive sumo from 18-year-old Saitama Sakai grad Kitanowaka shows. The second semi-final saw Tetsuya Ochiai exemplify why he's so difficult to move. Even the charges of 140-kilogram Otsuji having no effect. Defeating Otsuji, however fatigued he may have been, was no mean feat. Takadagawa Oyakata had already seen enough to recruit him as a pro, and he too also debuted in the Osaka tournament just gone. Takadagawa likes to sign them up young. He was only 14 himself when scouted by Takanohana's father in 1982. Until then, he had poured heart and soul into judo and was being tipped for the Olympics. His decision to abandon all that left his mother in floods of tears and his father so incensed as to shout, "Go and die!" "Then I'm off to die," the young Takadagawa softly answered, and under the ring name of Akinoshima, went on to become the record holder for Gold Star victories against Yokozuna. Otsuji is thus in good hands. Fortunately, Mr. and Mrs. Otsuji back their son's sumo ambitions, and with his mother's eyesight sadly declining, Riki says he's desperate to make Juryo while she can still properly see him. Now then, the final. The mercurial talents of Tebakari versus the boulder-like qualities of Ochiai. Tebakari won the Hakuho Cup Fighting Spirit Prize last year, no prizes for guessing why, but Ochiai has been getting ever more consistent these past 2 years. He'll stick to what he does best regardless of the foe. Deep breath, everyone. Tebakari's raw talent alone is not enough. Sumo is about repetition of game plans, repetition of handling your opponent's reactions to game plans. Ochiai has certainly reinforced that. But Taiki looks awesome, even for a rough diamond, and 3 years studying with Saitama Sakai's legendary coach, Mr. Yamada, will polish those edges. We look forward to his professional debut in the 4th year of Reiwa. Meanwhile, Ochiai's roar of triumph is a release of emotions that have eaten away at him for the 5 years since he attended a practice session at Johoku School, Tottori. Johoku's coach is Ishiura's father, Tokiyoshi Ishiura. Ichinojo, Terunofuji, Takanoiwa, and many others have trained under his wing. One day, Ochiai was encouraged to go there for a training session with some of the best 10-year-olds from across the country. He came back with tail between legs. Ashamed of how easily he'd been beaten, he untruthfully told his school friends that the so-called best kids in Japan aren't so tough. But when his father caught wind of this, he was less than amused. "Tetsuya," he said, "if you claim that the best kids in Japan aren't so tough, then you have to become tougher than them. You have to become Japan's number one. Otherwise, you'll just be called a liar." The lie heaped the pressure on me, Ochiai reflected, but he faced up to the big challenge, conquering his initial fears to enroll at Johoku Juniors and accept the grueling instruction of Mr. Ishiura. I guess that win over Tebakari finally made him a truth-teller. In his junior high graduation message last month, Ochiai wrote, "Sumo's gonna be tough from now on too, but I have a hometown hero to try and emulate, ex-Yokozuna Kotozakura." Amazingly enough, that hometown hero was the father-in-law of the current Sadogatake Oyakata, coach of Taiki Tebakari's brother, and coach-in-waiting for Taiki himself. For now, Ochiai will continue to train with Mr. Ishiura. But by 2022, our two spirited Hakuho Cup finalists, 3 years more experienced, 3 years better trained, could both be at Sadogatake Stable, spurring each other on every day. I'm sure they'll bring the best out of each other. And when you see how much effort they've made just to reach this stage, it gives you newfound admiration for those who hold their own on the professional stage. In sumo, it's not only the top division champions who are the heroes.